Good evening and welcome to the Darkmom Consortium for Wednesday, March the 27th, 2024. And good evening, Joshua.
Good evening.
How are you?
Good.
Good. Glad to hear it.
Well,
Oh, which tune am I on here? Hold on a second here.
I am 109 levels away.
Ooh, okay, so at roughly, 4 levels a week? Is that what it averages out to?
5 on a good week.
5 on a good week. So definitely before December, if I'm doing my calculations. This is week 14. No. 109, you said?
Mm-hmm.
That gives you about 22 more weeks if you're averaging 5. And we're at week 14, and there's 50 weeks. Yeah, no, so what's 36? That'd be end of October? Is that what you came up with?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're getting there. I'm on the wrong tune here, but this tune is...
I built a new tank.
Of course you did.
You know the Ross Command Exploration Cruiser?
Not as well as you do, but I do know what it is, yes.
Well, shall we say it may replace your Odyssey class as main tank.
Oh, good evening, Abda. Have not seen your name for quite a while. How are you doing? Yeah, I love this ship. I love the Jamam Haron, but it's as a tank, it's good. It's not fabulous, but yeah,
Fabulous.
it's not fabulous. It does its job. I mean, it can take a hit. It keeps licking and keeps on ticking, as they say. Yeah, but Abda, I totally get that. I'm trying to make the calculations and stepping back to part-time, which I went to my boss about that today. One of my bosses. Boss number 1 suggested it. Boss number 2 is like, yeah, we can make it happen. Just coordinate with your direct report. Okay. Good. Well, that was easy.
So, if my theory is correct,
Yes.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Tomorrow I'll get one, the 28th, which would leave me at 10,000 tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
29th, I'll get another Endeavour point.
Okay.
The 30th I won't get one, but the 31st I will get one. In that order. So today, the 27th. So the 28th, 29th, miss 30, 31 effect. So I'll get another 3 before the end of the month.
Okay. It's getting there.
Yeah.
It's getting there.
Yeah.
Well,
What?
have you done yours for the day?
Mine already done.
Oh, okay, just checking. I was long story, but basically I wound up not sleeping at all on Monday night, and it all caught up to me yesterday. So I got home from work, walked the dogs, found what food was in the fridge, and went to bed, and slept straight through till almost time to go to work this morning.
I know you like to do stuff on Elite. Sometimes.
Sometimes, yes. Depends on the tune, and it depends on the Elite. Which, are you thinking of doing one?
Mm-hmm.
Which one are you thinking of?
Infected.
Oh, easy peasy. Let us do that. I thought you were going to throw a challenge at me.
Oh, come on. If I was going to throw an Elite at you, right?
Yeah, I'm waiting. You do gravity kills.
No. 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 That would not be torture.
That would be cruelty.
No. I found one worse.
Oh, what's worse?
Battle of a Procyon 5.
Depending on the team.
No, just with random bugs.
Oh, no. No. Procyon 5, you might be able to get gravity sucks okay, because you get ships that are fast, and that can save a lot. But Procyon 5, you need to have some decent science ships to get in there and shut everything down, and you have to have somebody who's got some decent power. And tanking doesn't really help enough because you have so many places being attacked at one time, depending on how you stage it. So it's definitely a teamwork one.
Yeah, how about Leviathan Elite?
I love Leviathan, but I don't play it enough. And my ship is a little too slow.
Well, anyone else like to join us for an Infected Conduit Elite? You know what to do.
Well, if you're out there, I don't normally stream on Wednesdays, so I wasn't entirely sure I was going to do this or unpack more stuff, which is how this whole thing started, with Monday night staying up all night unpacking boxes just because the adrenaline got running. So I'm trying to not undo them all, but at the same time, I've got 3 weeks till we go to Philadelphia for the DNI Con.
Yeah.
And I'd really like to have a place for Frost to sleep. He's going to be here one night before we head out. And currently, he is the choice of the couch.
You know something crazy? I've already done a few test runs.
Yes.
And shall we say it's a favorable result?
Okay, well, since it's still a bit early, let's see if anybody's on here. 47 Alpha's here. Ashi's here. Ashi's here. We got both of them here. Wow, not a lot of folks on.
I was going to say invite Alpha or do the usual DM and see if they want to join.
They're already teamed on stuff, so.
Roughly, that would be in. Do I see Endeavor on? No, Vengeance.
Nope. Well, not on mine, no. I put it out in Strike Group chat to see what's going on.
I think I know what they're doing. It could be Alpha, Trank, Zek from the Endeavors Discord.
Yeah.
They're all teamed up to do stuff.
They're doing the Vault. Some are doing Azure Nebula. Which you cannot currently AFK.
They've... You know something? They've officially stopped that.
What?
You can no longer AFK Azure Nebula.
Yes, I know that. Believe me, I tried it. You can't... Well, okay, you can sort of AFK it. You have to actively AFK it, i.e. you have to go in and try and kill something. And the thing is, I like to AFK it because I use my really low-level tunes to go in and get some experience without dying. But fine, there's other ones that are AFKable.
You know, the one thing that I think I heard was you have to get the first objective.
No, you do not. I just ran it with 2 low-level tunes. They were able to free 2 ships. They were killed between the 2 of them probably in the range of 25 times. But it gave me full credit because both were engaged at all times. So you can't do an AFK. They were there. After you kill the first objective, you can AFK it, apparently. But to do that, you had to have freed at least a couple of ships.
Yeah.
So.
I'm ready when you are.
Okie dokie. I didn't get anybody to answer my little request in chat there, so.
I have a few more chats.
Well, I'm queuing us, and we'll see what happens.
We will?
We will.
I'll tank it.
Okay, I'll just shoot things.
I will stay in the team.
And it's a Grozabo! Grozabo!
Hey, Grozabo.
Hello.
We just queued for ISE, so 2 seconds earlier you could have joined us.
Did it just pop?
Oh, hold on.
Yep.
Jesse is online in the game. Woohoo!
Sav is in chat.
It is Sav in chat. Hi, Sav in chat. How are you, dear?
Well, we all know her sassiness is well approached.
Her royal sassiness.
The sassiest nature of Sav. She will never reform. If she reforms, we have standing orders to eliminate her.
Assassinator?
Assassination, meh. Or give her a pep talk of why she should not reform.
Didn't even get out of your PJs. Well, in the sense that I'm still wearing sort of wearing the clothes I wore yesterday, because got home from work and basically went bed. in my clothes, which was a good thing because the pups kept waking me up to go out and let them out. So getting undressed would have been a pain in the butt, except for the fact I didn't realize till this morning they still had my wallet in my back pocket and I still had the belt on my pants, which does not make for a good night's sleep, I will tell you that.
I can agree with that.
Scanning the nanite transformer. Done. Additional data is available.
You said you're taking this one?
Mm-hmm.
See if I can do this one.
Yeah, I've done some practice runs with this ship.
Well, I'm not worried about your ship. I'm worried about everybody we don't know. This first cube is not going down terribly fast.
One thing, I'm holding the aggro.
Well, that's good. But still got to do this part.
Okay, so I got a perk point.
Oh, good.
So the question is control resistance, damage resistance, beta or kappa? All ground.
I don't think it really matters. Honestly.
Well,
a difference which
here's the
makes no
thing.
difference is no difference. I see. We didn't do this in the correct order. No wonder we're having fun.
yeah, here's the thing. That those three
Mm-hmm.
are actually my last three.
Right. That's why I'm saying it's probably not going to affect your game too much.
Now I'm up to 691.
Ooh, getting there. We were just discussing getting these done. Joshua's getting there, but a couple weeks away. Wow, what is going on here? This is not good. I'm going to go control these guys to the extent that I can.
You know, with this build, I don't have gravity well anymore.
Yeah, you can use tethered baryonic asteroid, though, and it'll do a good job of pulling them away.
Yeah.
Also, gravitic entanglement.
Oh, I don't have
Yeah.
that one.
Ooh, okay, so straight. So gravitic
Oh, I got no
entanglement.
firepower on this.
While beam fire, or cannon scatter volley are active, foes hit by your energy weapons are pulled together, if within 5k of each other.
Which is
If-
working for these spheres and the probes that spawned over there, but there's a couple that spawned 8 kilometers away, and you're right, I'm not grabbing those.
If attracted to another foe that's within half a kilometer, causes kinetic damage.
Sav says, best strategy with perks, if it's not damage or crit, pick the one that's closest to being maxed out. That is my philosophy at this point on my new account.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd like to get my run boost done as early as possible because it's one of the better helpers in the game, in my opinion.
Do you ever do any of the winter event items?
Yes.
The Fast and the Furious?
Say that again?
The Fast and the Furious.
Yeah, Fast and
it's
Furious.
the-
Yeah. Yeah.
The one where you get the Epo tax.
Right.
Okay, yeah.
Because
So-
everybody wants an EPO.
Okay, so yeah, I would say get your run speed on the Endeavors. I personally, that might not be the top one, but okay. So the top 4, personally for me, would be our top 5 would be both crits, kit performance, energy, ranged weapon damage, and sprint speed.
Yeah.
For ground. The sprint speed, due to if you're doing the aforementioned event in the
The winter event. It's
winter event, that extra 25% run speed might come in handy.
It does. There's other ways to boost run speed aside from that, but I find that one to be super handy.
Yeah, so pretty much, from my knowledge, it stacks upon whatever you're adding.
Yeah, it's inherently there for everything. The only problems I have with the sprint speed boost is your tune will go flying across the map, but all of your bridge officers are still moving at their regular speed, so they catch up to you later.
Yeah.
Wow, this is not a good run.
What do you think of my tank?
Your tank's doing a fabulous job. I haven't seen anybody die yet. Hi, Chris. I am not tanking, Saf. Joshua has a new tank that he's playing with. I'm just here to be cute.
Hey, at least it's doing a good job, though.
Yes, your tank's doing a fine job. I tank the game differently than I just shoot things.
Well, considering the fact he's got the exact same setup as the Odyssey class.
I was sleeping this morning, Chris.
I was about to say and rephrase my ham. I was like, what the hell is going on? I was so busy at work, but I was like, what is going on? Why is Mom not on? And I was like, okay, I'm going to write to her. And then my boyfriend called and stuff happened, and I completely forgot about that. So that's my bad that I didn't check in. But I was wondering what the hell happened.
Okay, so here's the story. Long story short, Monday, I was going to go to class, couldn't go to class for a reason, so I came home and decided I was going to move as much out of the garage, all the boxes out of the garage and into the house as possible. So I probably moved 30 boxes in. It's a frost. Disassembled the bookshelf, carried it upstairs, reassembled the bookshelf. I wasn't doing a stream, made dinner, put away some books, went to bed because I could sleep 10 hours. I didn't have a show. I could sleep in. I couldn't get to sleep. The adrenaline was running. So, got out my knife and went back and started opening more boxes and filling up the bookshelves and dusting things. I mean, I swear to God, it was like I was on speed. I went to bed at 4:11 in the morning, got up at 5, did that morning show, went to work, could barely keep my eyes open, came home, walked the dogs, and went to bed. And that was it. I woke up at 6:11 or 6:15 this morning. It was crazy.
Basically, Mom's saying she's a masochist. So that's all she's saying.
So, where did you want this pass?
You can put it in Discord if you want. You can put it in... no, you can't put it in...
you are going to have to look at this pass, because this pass is goddamn interesting.
I don't want to see the pass. Go ahead and put it someplace. Just tell me where you're going to put it.
In DPS docking bay.
Oh, okay.
And specifically look at the...
Oh, Stargate Wars was in there? Hi, Stargate Wars.
Yep.
I didn't realize you were in there. With, that's not bad. Max... Oh, my God. Joshua's max one hit was 1.2 million.
I wish... That's not going to happen again.
No. Stargate Wars had 343 DPS. Soulstorm had 123. Joshua had 94. I had 88. And Ben 10 Reloaded had 39. Which are okay numbers, but not where you would expect them to be for Elite, so...
Yeah, look at the damage in that I took in.
Oh, yeah, that's your job. That's your job. Suck it up. What you did.
That ship definitely works very well for it.
Definitely did a fine job. So how are you doing, Frost?
I had my little procedure thing today.
That's what you said you were going to do.
And I didn't solve the entire problem, but telling a doctor that they're not as magical as I think they are.
Yeah, they're not going to believe you.
Is not an easy thing to do.
No, it's not, is it?
So they took care of part of the problem, but they did not solve the issue. So I'm a little concerned as to how it's going to work in the next month or so before I actually have surgery. Oh my gosh, it's frustrating, but I'll probably be spending at least part of my birthday with some kind of cast or immobilization splint on my hand.
Is this your birthday today?
No, not
Oh,
today.
okay.
It's in May.
Oh, okay. We shall celebrate the lusty days of May.
Mm.
If anybody remembers that lyric.
I'm not a huge music person. I'd like to think that I follow music, but I do not understand it.
The lusty days of May is a line from Camelot.
Okay.
So it's
One-
Guinevere is singing to all the knights about that they can take her to the party, they can take her to the fair, they can take her to the dance, blah, 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 blah. The Sav's birthday is in 16 days. Everybody get your wallets out to send Sav presents. And we'll have a Savabration event. Hold up, what is
Sounds
16?
good.
16
Yeah,
days from
10.
today. Hang on a second. What does that make it? 7,
Sav
14,
and I had a
18,
fantastic
19,
discussion
20.
last night.
Did you?
We were talking about some of the origins of why countries do such stupid things.
Oh, that must have been a conversation.
Well, I mean, I injected the historical element, and they talked about all the reasons that actually matter. So it was a collaborative discussion, and I was quite pleased with it. Mom can math. It's
Mom
only
can math,
literally her
yeah.
job.
Yeah. Had to get out my adding
I
machine.
can't. It would be too much for me already. I would have to count on the calendar looking at particular days.
That's what I just did while you guys were chatting. I'm not going to do math.
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 Ew.
Math is hard.
Interesting.
With
I just looked at what my max one hit was.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was saying. You had a very nice max one hit.
That was Maelstrom Trifluoride Torpedo spread 2.
That makes sense. Took out most of the planet. It still wasn't a great run, though. And I just wasn't doing that much damage. But your tanking was obviously doing a fine job of tanking. Hey,
Yeah.
Sav, I loved you and Can Cook. That was one of my favorite cooking shows. Not that was inspiring, but he seemed to have fun.
Let's have a look. Healing abilities.
I like watching Uncle Roger.
Oh, Chris, thanks for the cheers. That's very nice. I'm just hoping I can get some sleep tonight. Because
Yeah,
I'm now at that
probably
part
do
where I'm kind of compulsive about I gotta put some stuff away. But after I've cooked dinner, I sat down in front of the TV and put away 3 or 4 boxes worth of stuff.
You're no-
Sometimes it's one thing at a time. A few things at a time. Not everything at a time.
Yeah,
Would I-
well,
You gotta
Would I-
compartmentalize it.
yes.
Would you like to know my healing per second?
Sure.
5,402.63.
Okay.
That was my health regeneration rate. So every time I was healing for over near enough 6k of my hull. Interesting?
Now, is that more in depth on this? Because I'm just seeing a screenshot of the overview of it.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm looking at the details of it. It's ridiculous. Like I restored shields, like near enough 270,000 of them. You know, on each face.
Yeah, I'm just reading through each number here to the extent that I can.
Yeah.
It would be nice to see that in depth. So here's the thing about the boxes, which
Yeah.
is I've been living basically in an apartment in boxes and at the house back when I was living in the house, but everything was getting boxed up to the extent that I have no furniture to speak of. And when I do have a few pieces here and there, I'm thinking of, well, I don't need to, like get a dresser. I can just take the boxes and shove them into these bookshelves. And it's a major rethink of, or if I'm going to stay here for a long time, I could buy furniture. And I'm not doing a good job on that adjustment. I think it kind of hit me Monday. Or I could stay here for a while. Or we could destroy some herald ships.
I'm gonna post some more photos from that pass for my details.
I'm game for that.
Okie dokie. Joshua, you want to join us for a little gateway to Grethor?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me grab you, Grosbow. Who else is up for... I have room for 2 more folks to play gateway.
I have 5 minutes left on Azure Nebula.
Okay, well, you know there's no
Probably.
AFKing it anymore, right?
I don't AFK anything, but
Oh, okay,
yeah.
just mentioning it. Much as we would like it. Chris?
Posted some more screenshots.
Yeah, I can go.
Okay. Don't want to keep
Yeah,
you up past your
get some
bedtime.
help. I know, whatever. I just overslept to work today, so why not do that tomorrow as well?
Yeah, it's... my boss... 3 of my bosses had a 4 a.m. meeting with... I don't even know where they had the meeting. 4 a.m. my time is what time over there, Chris?
Oh, no.
Well,
I'm not very good at
Ele-
calculating time.
Well, what
so-
time do you
No,
normally... do you normally join the show in the morning?
That would be my noon.
Okay, so it's about a 6-hour
Well, now
time
11
difference.
o'clock because we're before switching to 11 a.m.
So,
I think they're about 5 or 6 hours. Mom, you're East Coast, right?
yeah, I'm East Coast.
Yeah, I think I'm Central. I think England's 6 hours ahead of me.
Yeah, I believe so.
I think I'm
What time
1
is it
hour
currently?
later because I'm GMT
Whoa,
plus
wait.
1.
What
Okay,
time is
so-
it for the East Coast right now?
It's 7:30 p.m.
Okay. It's 23:28 here at this point in time.
So they're
For me, it's 28 past midnight.
Yeah.
All right, so they would have been
they're
2
about
more
5
time
hours
zones
ahead.
further east, so they probably were in Israel then. Was where the other side of that phone call was this morning. I'm so glad I'm not the one who had to be there at 4 in the morning. It's bad enough I get up at 5. Stargate Wars, thank you. All but 1 can AFK so long as at least 2 ships are saved. Okay, so I'm going to have to re-strategize how I do it. I try and make my really lowest level tunes go through it because they really need the XP more
much.
than anybody else.
So much for not AFKing, huh?
Well, it does make my life easy because I can't play the game when I'm at work. That's just kind of a no-no. But that's okay. I'm at the point now where I can just do it every 24. I like that dilithium, but it's okay. Anyone else
All right.
for Gateway?
Darkmom, I posted those screenshots you wanted.
Well, if you're still looking for something in
DPS.
Oh.
2 minutes, I'm happy to be.
Okay, we can hang on 2 minutes for you, Frost. Thank you. Yeah, that's what I wanted to see.
So I wonder if they've come out with another starship upgrade,
Yeah.
so the ship's gonna be X2. I'm thinking they're probably gonna be coming out with a captain and a bridge officer upgrade again.
I had heard some talk about that. I cannot confirm.
Okay, so I'm thinking that they're gonna give the bridge officers an ability to use 1 kit module. Now, keep in mind, this is me guessing and assuming.
Wait, they're making another token?
And
They
Well,
said
no.
there's a token coming out. I don't know what the token's going to
34.
be.
Yeah, I think what they'll do is the same thing that they've done with the starships, meaning that to do a T6X, you need 1 token. To get it to T6X2, you'll need a grand total of 3. 1 to get to X1, and an additional 2 to get it to X2.
That's already in the game.
That is in the game.
Yeah. So what I'm thinking is, captain and bridge officers going to the starship equivalent will need another.
Okay. Yeah, I see what
2
you're saying.
tokens.
What, we're gonna be a super elite captain now?
Extra super elite.
Yeah.
Sav says my guess is career change token. Wow, I don't know. And I don't know that I would want to.
I wouldn't want to. I like being a Psy.
I like to be an engineer.
I mean, I've
Even though-
got tunes doing what I like. Not great, but they do it well enough.
Can they stop inventing stuff, especially at the transition period?
Sav says I would make my Psy into a tack in a heartbeat. But you have tacks, don't you, Sav?
That's not as powerful.
Well, if it's what you want to do, but I mean, I've got Psy tunes, I've got tack tunes, I've got NGs.
They made a token that I have all reputations up to maximum, and I can like make one of my unique ships account unlockable, and I could go for that one. But
Sav
cleared
says, yeah, but I
50
hate
points.
playing Psy.
I cleared 50 points in Azure Nebula.
Jeez.
I'm pretty happy with that.
What'd you do? Get all fives?
We actually had 4
Wow.
Falstrom Dreadnoughts.
Wow. Amazing. Gonna send you an
must have lucked out on
invitation.
the RNG. Like,
Yeah,
we don't
it
spawn
does.
that often.
And 4 Apex Warbirds, so it was really interesting.
Although they did tweak it lately, so it might be that it's because of those changes.
Oh my gosh.
Sav, you can retire your Cytune.
And after this Gateway to Greffel, this will be the last one that this character will be doing for the evening.
Okay.
They'll be swapping to Labour or Schroll for more TFOs. So I can get their Dilithium counts up.
Yes. Since we have stuff to buy.
I hate how right Gate Theory is.
What is the Muds pack gonna go for? It's 129 or 12,950, something like that. In Zen.
I think it's going to go for 150,
Okay.
but some people are saying it's going to go for at least $150.
They already said what it was gonna go for. I just don't remember.
Yeah. We'll find out pretty quickly, you know,
I think
after
it's
the patch tomorrow. Yeah.
Let's see. That's an old one.
Ooh, the NX refit does look good in the Section 31 Fanny Shield.
Which ship doesn't look on that shield good? Like, I literally don't think I've seen a ship that looks bad in it.
How about
Even the weirdest ideas.
There we go. Let's see. No.
How about the
That's
Duder
not
stat?
I have a Duder stat.
I think it looks really good.
I haven't done anything with it. Wow, this is amazing. If I Google Muds Pack, the only thing that comes up is MC. Is it MC Suit? No, Casual SAP's video.
Yeah.
Really?
I think if you're picking it up just for the DPRM, it's...
Yeah. Well, I have one DPRM, but I don't have it account unlock, which would be really nice.
If you're going straight for the DPRM, it's not worth it. Unless you're going to find $150 worth of DPRMs. And so be it.
I have no idea if they're going to patch tomorrow. Let's see. Thank you, Sav. 14,750 Zen, so roughly 150. And I don't have quite that much Zen.
I'm transferring 700,000 into 700,000 DIL into Zen.
I have 11,222 on this account.
But I don't know whether to take it down from the exchange and use it for other means, like the Phoenix Prize Pack event that's going to start tomorrow.
I don't care about Phoenix price packs. I have all the ships I could possibly want
Upgrade
from that.
tokens.
You guys ready for Gateway?
Yes.
Yep.
Okie dokie.
Wee woo.
Wee-woo. Thank you, Sap, for those numbers. I suppose I could just buy some Zen. I don't need very much. I think my other account's got it.
I have 20 mark packages.
Oh,
What the hell am I going to do with that?
I don't know.
Well, I know what I'll do when my new character gets up there, but not right now.
Oh, my other account only has 3,000 Zen. I guess I'm going to have to buy some Zen.
That's terrible. How
Yes, it
dare
is.
you?
I know. One of the two always has got like 10,000. The other one spends it all on something, and then the other one builds it back up, and the first one spends it all on something. It is not exactly the best week to spend the money, but hey, I'm going to go right just for variety.
I'm going to go left for variety.
I'm gonna go right with Darkmom
Okay.
in the smaller NX class refit. For reasons.
Reasons, yes.
Yeah, I have the 32nd century thing. I don't like it very much. I guess it's just me. It just takes forever to turn.
Stargate War says the new bundle is already in the game, just waiting for the 4 p.m. No, I'm not going to do that while I'm there.
Yeah, they have a flip switch that just enables it in the game.
Got it.
Doot, 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 doot. Yay!
Well, so much for destroying the Herald ships. That was easy. Jeez.
What?
The starbase is secure. The shipyard is secure.
We'll
What
go
Herald
play-
ships?
I didn't see any Herald ships.
Just debris.
I think the NX could be a little bit powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we
we're
got
near
off
enough
like 3 shots, and all of a sudden it's like, you have all your achievements done. What else do I have on this one today? Oh,
So when I was sitting there, I'd park in front of one of the spawning points in Azure Nebula. It doesn't matter what shows up. Could be 1 to 5.
Yeah.
It disappears in the same exact amount of time with the
well, yeah,
processing.
we're all playing it on normal, so it's not like it's a challenge.
No, I mean,
As on-
even 5s are just as easy as
I know.
1.
I mean, you can... Even for me, except in my piddly little tunes, I can get them all.
Those gates
Oh, son of a monkey.
levels of theta radiation.
Dang it!
Close them.
What did you do?
I went too far.
Oh, I got this
doesn't-
one, Joshua.
We don't need 4 people on one, or wait, not 4 people, 3 people.
There's only 3. I was going to say, there's 2 of us over here.
I was
Unless
having
they
problems with-
changed it.
Shipyard troop transports are beginning their run to the planet.
I hate the turn radius on the ship.
Hey, Chris, you want to get that other radiation gateway while I take care of this one?
Sure.
Wrong one.
Well,
I
just
mean-
park right where you saw it,
Transports are beginning their run to
and I'll take care of the ones that are further back. What the heck?
Shipyard troop transports are beginning their run to the planet.
This is a hurry up and wait
Yeah.
mission.
I'm thinking of ways of improving one of my friend's NX classes.
Yes.
Shipyard troop transports
without actually respecing him.
Okay.
But unfortunately, I'm currently out of ideas.
It's terrible.
Without grinding him SROs,
Yeah.
I know that takes like 1.3 million things, which would take a lot of TFOs.
Stop using technical terms. It confuses us.
Hey, Augie, how are you doing?
Transports are beginning their run to the planet.
We needed you a few minutes ago, but now is better than never.
Yeah.
We had an unimpressive ISE. Joshua had a very good day as a tank. The rest of us were kind of... Well, Stargate Wars did the best. We didn't even know he was there, but he was there.
I think somebody was using the torpedo ability.
Transports are beginning.
Somebody
And
besides you?
No, I think somebody was using concentrate firepower.
Oh,
And my maelstroms fired off before theirs, so I got the big crit. That could be one of the reasons why I got a 1.2 million max one hit, or whatever it was.
Transports
or you could just have gotten it because you're awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that exists.
Shipyard troop transports are beginning their run to the planet.
Well, this is the sweet spot here. I can get 2 of them.
And my spot has got 3 of them.
Ooh.
Shipyard troop transports are beginning their run to the planet.
That reminds me, I gotta go back and do the Orion level 5 ability. I completely forgot I hadn't done that in this character.
Orion level 5 ability.
Yeah, the Orion Blackguard.
Oh, okay.
I need to go back and do it because that's be so incredibly helpful.
Shipyard troop transports are beginning their run to the planet.
Have you got that one, Joshua, or do you want me to get it?
Definitely the NX has definitely got a quicker turn rate.
Yeah.
Shipyard troop transports are beginning their run to the planet.
So we can close this before timeout.
Nope.
It was close. So for those of you not watching chat,
Herald.
get into position here. Augie says, just realized that the Poppin' Omni is meta on CSV builds now because it gets a 14-second FAW3 because it's affected by Withering Barrage. And of course, I see a CSV build and I think,
Yeah,
Excel
comma separated
spreadsheets.
values. Comma separated values. That's exactly where I went. It's like, that's not right. That's
Yeah,
totally
I know.
not what he meant.
At least I haven't gone.
Oh, he disappeared and it wasted my ability. Damn it.
Yeah, he disappeared.
Well, I killed it.
What?
It was a group effort.
Yeah, I
So much
think
for the group part.
either recursive shearing or someone else's ability got procced, and well, yeah.
It just went
I think
away.
it was a
We
great
all had
effort.
big teeth. We
Yeah,
don't need to
big
say
teeth.
who is the biggest.
Big
Because Augie
teeth,
wins, period.
It's equally dead.
equally dead. Yeah,
We're in a
Ow.
commercial, so. See, do I want that one?
that thing got melted.
Yes.
Yeah, a little bit.
Frankly, the only thing I care about on the Dreadnought is how quickly can we F
Calvin
dead?
on this
Yes.
meta on CSV build.
And we got effing to dead within, what, 5 to 10 seconds from it appearing?
Try 3.
Pretty much that's the only thing I care about.
It's insta-dead.
Yeah, it's dead. And how long does it take us to get the rest of the
It
things
didn't
dead?
suffer. We'll just put it that way.
Yeah.
Okay,
We may
so
have
who,
killed.
let's see if I can do this. Who wants to help me level up a ship really fast?
Federation or KDF.
It's fed. It's going to be on Rawl. I need to level up. I have too many ships.
Do you just need some with firepower?
Well, I just need to go through an elite series.
I'm happy to join you.
And I need to
I'm
get the
here.
ship first because I don't have it on this character.
Oh, well, go get...
I mean, I have it. It's just I have to grab it. And it's KDF.
I thought you just said it was fed.
No, the ship is KDF.
Ah,
The Blackguard Flight Deck Assault Carrier is the one I need to level. That's all because I want that level 5 ability.
well, grab it and we'll take you out for some fun.
I just did.
Anyone want any the Prodigy phaser weapons for
The what?
ground-
Prodigy
the-
phaser weapons.
ground or space?
I do not need them, but thank you.
I haven't seen them yet, so I don't know.
Oh, the ground weapons actually add kit performance.
There we go.
Yeah, the ground ones are decent.
Switch.
And they
over
look cool.
to-
I don't know, I'd like the visual look on them as well.
I'm going to use the Elite Valkyrie fighters. Not because they're especially helpful, but because they look cool.
Are we departing the team here? Or this character will be departing the team?
We can... Tell me who you want me to invite, and I will invite them.
Mm-hmm.
I would very much appreciate it.
Sure.
Is this... I don't know anything. I don't remember anything about this ship. I feel dumb.
It's your ship.
Well, it's a ship I'm not commonly using, so it's okay to
What
be a
ship
little
is that?
ignorant of it. The Orion Blackguard Carrier.
I'm on my sim pack. Oh, pack.
Orion carrier. I'm not familiar with an Orion carrier.
Yeah, the Orion Blackguard Carrier is what it's called. And
It's a Zen
has-
ship, right?
what?
It's a Sea-Star ship, right?
Yeah, you can get in the Sea Star. That's where I have it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
but
I don't have that
it
one.
has its level 5 ability is just next level. It does count allies versus foes, buff depending on counts. Count allies and foes within 10 kilometers of self, plus 20 all damage resistance rating, plus 20% shield hardness, plus 20% hull regeneration if your allies outnumber foes, plus 20% all damage, plus 10% flight speed, plus 10% flight turns rate if foes outnumber allies. I can't imagine why anybody doesn't want this, especially if they play a carrier. Because it benefits all allies as well. That means all pets.
I have it on display if you want to see it right now.
That's the sprite ability, right?
Well, it's called majority minority. And it's so remarkably potent. I was using it on my other characters and I was floored at how good it was.
Popeye Pokes. Hello. Does this game have any PvP? Yes, it absolutely
Oh,
does.
absolutely.
So for PvP, pretty much there are 5 basic scenarios. And kind of from there's a couple of ground and 3 space. There is a dedicated side of the game for people who like to, well, for people who like it soft, they like it. Is it the best PvP? No. Do people adore it? Some of them, yes. But there's also really good PvE, which is my personal taste. Thank you very much. But yeah, it does have PvP. Popeye, I
Okay.
assume you haven't played this or haven't played it much? Oh, absolutely, anytime. Okay, you guys,
So I'm ready for.
do you want to start with Wanted Argal and work our way backwards?
I was going to do Trouble Over Terror first.
Trouble Over Terror first. Advanced or elite?
It's probably elite.
Well, what level is your ship? Or
Well, it's a level 0 ship, but it's
Okay.
Raw. It's
Yeah.
my most powerful carrier.
Okay.
character.
Alrighty. So everybody do this one on elite. If you're joining us, Chris, do you want to join us on this?
I might for one. I still
Okay.
need to gather some
I know it's
salvage.
some crazy hour in the morning for you. And far be
I'm
it from
launching now.
me to say
Midnight.
anything.
I'm launching now. If anybody wants to join.
Trouble
Oh.
over Tur elite. Ooh, Popeye Pokes, thanks for the follow. That's very nice of you. I appreciate it a lot. Speaking of... Oh, 12 followers to go. 12 followers, that's all we need. Yay! We're getting there. Woohoo! Hi, children. The small child has joined us. Oh, that's right. I don't have to wait for it to go through the stupid beginning. I'm definitely replacing the ship. I love it, but
Not your
inertia and
cup of
turn rate.
tea.
Turn, damn it!
This has been a disturbing day. Why would
Yeah,
Turn,
turns.
damn it.
Turns
Why
sometime this century.
receiving a message decloaks you? That is the stupidest.
Oh, that's right.
mechanic.
It's this one. I've forgotten. Hi there, little one. The small hellspawn has joined us.
Farewell, all weapons.
What did Will ever do to you?
Nothing, I'm just saying farewell.
Well, that means he's the target. What did he do?
Is Woe Heaton that we're talking about here?
All right.
Waking the little ships.
Did we miss one? There it is. Oh no, the rift's not closing.
something's wrong?
Whatever shall we do?
Closing.
I'm gonna guess. Shoot and
Shoot
shoot some more.
things!
Yip yum boom boom, right?
Reading more Ilachi ships on approach. Get ready to fight. Hostile Ilachi fleet on sensors. Here they come.
Haven't we had... Oh, there he is. No, don't shoot us. We're the good guys.
Well, that's subjectively speaking.
I've invisibled him.
I'm sure they would not think of us as the good guys. Yeah, the Klingon storyline is very nice.
It is. It is. When was the last time you played? Because they revamped the Klingon storyline in 2020 or 2021. Fixed some of the issues that existed.
Oh no, they destroyed one of my birds. I am this sad.
So if you redo the Klingons, I think you'll enjoy it. It definitely is more fun now.
I am ball lightning just decided that I needed to take it from away from the ground and use it in space.
Yes, indeed. So have we done 2 of the meta events or 3 already? We've just done 2, right?
2.
3?
2.
2. Okay, and we got 3 more to go, right?
No, 4 more to go.
Okay, good. So Popeye, I don't know if the last time you played they had the meta event, the year-long event, where you get some little mini event that you do for 14 days, and it counts towards the year-end prize.
Bright light! Hurts my eyes, dang it.
I didn't do it this time. Wasn't me. I don't think it was me. Nope, wasn't me. So the prize for this year is a high-end ship. I don't know how you want to classify that. How do you call? What do you call
Promo
that?
ship.
A promo ship, one of the good ships. You get T6 ships, and you get 1,500 Lobi. All of it. Which gives you the ability to have some good ships, buy some great toys.
Some decent gear.
Yeah. Plus the usual ships throughout all the various mini things, like summer ship, winter ship. Yep, and you got time. You haven't missed anything by not being in right now. The one that's going on right now is the Tholian event, which is either the Vault, which isn't bad, or Azure Nebula Rescue. But since somebody's always playing it or always teaming for it.
It won't take you that long.
They had shields, I swear.
I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't see any shields.
Hey y'all.
Great.
Hello.
Hi, Ed. How are you?
I'm okay.
Okay, I'm glad to hear that.
How is everyone?
Doing good. Hey, it occurred to me when I was watching Ghostbusters on Sunday, and the featured drink at the Ghostbusters was the Proton Punch, which was tequila, margarita mix, Midori, and I want to say it was maybe pineapple juice. It had something slightly sweet in it. And
You lost me. You lost me at tequila. Go ahead. Sorry.
you're not a tequila person?
Nope.
You don't like gasoline?
Nope.
Don't blame you. This
Generous for calling it gasoline.
This was really good, but it occurred to me maybe we need to have not one drink It's Green, but an entire section of the cookbook labeled It's Green.
That could work. Yeah.
Did we kill them all?
Well, it says we got...
Yay, we got them all. Woo! Go Team Venture. I play on keyboard.
Attacks like these are going.
Okay.
I mean, there is a... obviously, there's PlayStation and Xbox. Is that correct?
And
For
Nintendo.
STO, yeah.
Yeah, for Stone. But I'll take it on
Oh,
keyboard
yes.
any day.
There needs
I
to,
only got one level out of that.
Yeah.
there needs to be a Nintendo Switch port, but all of the visuals are lower decks.
So as much as I love you fools, I'm gonna lead the party
Yeah,
to get this done.
yeah.
don't I?
It's takes too long when you do it as a team. Doing it with 2 people is okay. Doing it with more than 2, you just don't get enough out of it. Good for you,
Again,
Popeye. You need to do it on
not
PC.
not a qualification on your usefulness, but it just doesn't help me get going for it.
But it was fun.
Yes.
Right. I
So,
need to go to bed. So
Okay. Well,
I-
Chris,
I-
go
I
to bed.
I noticed something in Frozen Empire.
Yes. What?
That opening segment is set in 1904.
No spoilers. I haven't seen it yet.
Oh no, there's no real spoilers. It's just a aesthetic and
Night,
visual
Chris.
thing.
night,
Yeah.
night, guys.
Take care.
They
Sleep well.
they show the Hook and Ladder 8
Yeah.
as it sits today, a
Mhm.
single tower building, right?
Yeah.
But in 1904, it was still a double company building.
You and your continuity. How dare you expect accuracy in movies?
I love the attention to detail.
Right.
Yeah.
So they widened the street by like I think about 30 feet, making it to 100. Right. So they actually cleaved the entire building in half.
Wow. So where did you learn this?
I want to say back in '09 when the game came out. I was like deep in the lore of the building and all that, and
So no, it still says Hook and Ladder 8. I'm looking at it. It's now a tourist thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
So they tried to have it condemned, and Steve Buscemi, who used to be
Yeah.
a firefighter, actually
was he?
rallied, and he even volunteered during the post 9/11 era. After the attacks and all that, he rallied together to get to stop the mayor from condemning the building.
Sweet. No, yeah, you can't. And it's still, according to this, still a functioning firehouse.
Yes.
Wow, that's cool. And right below this, on this website I'm looking at, are the Brooklyn Museum, which I hang out at, and MoMA, which I hang out at. Boy, I'm feeling very old, very NYC oriented. Hey, Sav, I went to see it. I enjoyed it. I will let it rest there. It was fine. It was a fine movie. Was it a laugh riot like Ghostbusters? No. Was it definitely worth seeing? Yes.
Did Susan Sarandon make an appearance?
No.
Phooey.
Who did? Who didn't?
Susan Sarandon? Why would she be in...
Oh, no. Sigourney Weaver. sorry.
No, she did not. And they...
No.
I was reading
Yes.
today that they were trying to figure out if they could make a way for her to be in it and have it make sense, but they couldn't.
So there is an Easter egg with Dana Barrett's name on a marquee,
Is there really?
but it's a blink and you miss it kind of
Okay.
thing.
Well, I was
So,
there
hold
with my son and his friend, which is like sitting with the two nerdiest nerds in Nerdland, and neither of them caught it, so I'll have to go back and watch it again.
Okay.
But it was only
I'll-
$9. $9 for the Sunday matinee.
But that link I just posted
Yeah.
has a good rundown of the building's history.
Wow. So if they split the building in half, did they put the hook on one side and the ladder on the other? No?
I don't have all my extra toys on this one.
Oh, very interesting. Sav says, I think this building should be condemned. There's serious metal fatigue in all the load-bearing members. The wiring is substandard. It's completely inadequate for our power needs, and the neighborhood is like a demilitarized zone. Yes.
Did she just describe the marquee?
Now, my favorite line would be, "Oh, you can read the brochure."
Yes, Sav, I did know that was what Egon said. And if I remember right, Ray went, "Oh, I can slide down the pole," or something like that is response to Egon's just look.
Like, we should stay here tonight.
Yes, thank you. That was the line. So when I was house hunting, my realtor basically repeated this whole thing. He said, "Do not be Ray Stance. Just shut up."
It's like,
He said, "I don't care how much you like it. You wait till we're back in the car, and then you can go crazy over it. And if you hate it, that's fine." But apparently a lot of people have got their ring cams set up so that they can record what people say and give it to the realtor later. Just in case you go house hunting, be aware of that. So if you really love it, be and rave out later. Alrighty, what's up, folks? What are we doing next?
Well, that's for you to decide, that
That's for me to decide. Ugh. You want me to do all the work? Ugh. If you let me switch tunes, how about the Swarm?
Swarm, yeah.
I'm
We
gonna
can do
kick
it
you
on
here.
Elite.
We can do it on Elite. Doesn't matter to me. Let's see if this magically works. Yep, it magically works. However, that's a Klingon. And
Are we doing it Klingon style, or
no,
are we
we're
going to do
not.
it?
Are you a Klingon?
I could be.
Do
I
you-
can be.
Does anybody else want to be a Klingon? Does anyone else have Klingons, or are we all Federation today? I know some people don't play Klingon. I can go Federation. We'll stick with Federation.
We'll do it Klingonese style.
Yes.
I'll play with the USS Cleopatra.
Okay. So, Sav, Charybdis, right? Did I say it right this time? Oh, I'm in the right spot, just for the wrong count. Thank you. Okay. I don't know what I was thinking. I've been saying it wrong all that time. I should know better. It's not a chimera, it's a chimera, etc., etc. Brain no work some days. Well, Frost is off doing the frosty thing.
Frost is always doing
The frosty thing, yeah.
What's wrong with the frosty
the
thing?
frosty effect.
Well, you wanted to get your tune up to speed, so you were doing the frosty thing.
Well, I'd wanted an ability, and for some reason I can't find the one I'm looking for.
Oh, that's not good.
I need the engage the Hydra, and I can't freaking find it. I feel
gonna-
silly.
I'm go ahead and decline that invite.
Okay, no problems. No worries
He
at all.
hates he hates us entirely. That's
No, I'm just not feeling great.
Yeah, I know. It's no problem. I
Uh-huh.
can usually tell from your voice how you're doing, so no worries. Would anybody else?
I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced. She might be, but I'm not. I just think he hates
I
us
am
all.
the gentle and empathetic mom. Frost gets to laugh because he's seen me at my not empathetic best.
Mom is entirely sympathetic.
Oh,
unless
yeah.
unless you do something she doesn't like, and then
Or-
not so
yeah.
much.
Anybody else want to join us for a little Swarm Elite? Sav says Frost is a butt.
Yep, I have a butt. Stop obsessing about it. It's not healthy, okay?
That really does depend on who you ask. There are some people in this world who do have butt fetishes.
Yes.
I don't want people obsessing over my ass. I'm sorry. As much as I appreciate that people are looking, I don't want there to be an obsession. Sorry.
All right, I'm going to launch this.
Launch it like you mean it.
I always mean it.
Do
Do you? Do you really?
do.
Yes, yes, I do.
Wash,
This is
yes.
not a tune that should be doing elite, but what the heck, we'll go for it.
Yeah, if you've even looked at the tune I'm on currently,
Yeah, I'm
you'd
not.
only find
I'm not too
she's
worried
only level
about it.
60.
I'm just gonna hang around you, and this tune's level 65, but not a great ship. What am I on?
I'm in the cross shield.
This
The
is
legendary
the the Timur Alliance. This ship, yes, whatever
Yeah.
this ship is. What can I add to this to make her a little more fun?
The size of my butt is of no importance to you, Sav.
Sav's fascinated by it.
It's not healthy.
Big butts and I cannot lie.
It's just not healthy. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I do appreciate the consideration, but
Consideration is noted.
No, we'll go
Wee
out.
woo.
Oh, wee woo. Sorry, the dogs are going. But it's time to go out. No, it is not.
you just open up the back door and say go nuts.
It's downstairs.
Just
They have
open up
to-
the back door and say go nuts. It doesn't seem hard.
It isn't hard, but the little one will be like, "But mom, I can't go outside without you, mom. What? But mom."
Sounds like somebody is a little controlled by her animals.
Oh, you think?
No, it was just something that popped into my head.
No. Actually, I may have to go get some water. But if I go down
Water?
and get water, then the dogs are going to go, "Oh, that means she wants to go out with us." No, you can wait.
But Mom!
Oh, God, yeah, she's doing that. I will put money on squirrels. Squirrels for the win.
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. I remembered why I didn't like this ship. Because it doesn't have any significant science abilities. So get through it as quickly as I can and that'll be fine. Bark, 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 bark.
Yep, they're downstairs and you can hear them. I haven't put up the artwork yet.
Bark.
To put up the artwork, I need a ladder. I'm going to die.
I have a ladder, but I'm not bringing it with me. Sorry.
Since I'm dead for the moment.
Do 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 do.
Oh, no. No, Saf. That's going to have to wait a moment. Ooh, got some damage on me. Well, I'll go over here and do some power stuff. No, come on. Here we go.
Congratulations, Admiral.
What are the fail criteria for this one in Elite? Hopefully it's not hitting all 9 of them. Nope, apparently that wasn't it. Okay, yay.
You know, I just had a critical fault of a warp core failure.
Oh, everybody here's taking some damage. Whew. Larry's got a couple ouchies on him. Paul's got a little ouchie.
Ouchie, ouchie.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see all the news Trek Central's been posting from the Vanity Fair
No, I
about
haven't.
Star Trek?
I saw one thing from Trek Central, and that's been it. What's going on?
So, earliest 9 hours ago, first images from Section 31.
Yeah, I saw a reference to there being a young Rachel Garrett in Section 31, but that's about it.
Yep.
What else is coming out?
Yeah, that was 8 hours ago. First photos from Strange New World Season 3,
Ooh,
including Spock in a
Bikini?
a hazmat suit.
okay.
The Rachel Garrett thing. Starfleet Academy is confirmed to be set in the 32nd century.
That's a
With-
show that's just
I understand.
boring.
Billing stating that that they have built the largest single set ever for Trek
Oh? For what?
for the Academy.
Oh, God. Why? Why are they doing that? If there is an area that is uninteresting, it would be the Academy.
Well, I don't know if it's the Academy itself, but for the show. So
I
it could
meant,
be.
I can't imagine that being an interesting show. And, it's... Honestly, Harry Potter was interesting for the first 2 movies, and that was like, come on. Can we do something else, please?
Star Trek 4 Kelvin
Yeah.
beams up a new screenwriter.
Oh, good.
Uh,
Who's going to join? I like Simon Pegg, that said.
The last
Yeah.
of the refugees.
Stephen Yaka.
I don't know.
Yockey.
Yaki?
Yaki. He wrote he's a screenwriter of The Flight Attendant, which I believe that was the.
That was the one with Kaylee Cuoco?
Yeah.
That was good. Hut, hut, hut! Hut, 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 hut. It is Celestial Voyager rating us with the Celestial Voyager dozen.
Protect them. Herc ship
It's like the Dirty Dozen, except
Get over there.
they don't have to go dropping grenades
Yeah,
into tunnels.
3 Trek movies are currently in development. Stephen Yaki's Trek 4, the prequel film directed by Toby Haynes, the guy who did Endor,
Oh, okay.
plus Belinda. I don't know how to pronounce that, but
Wanna
it was
spell it?
Vazquez.
Besquez, or something like
Bezis?
Besquez. Bezis?
Okay.
Okay.
Their project, which was announced back in 2021.
Mm-hmm.
So, after that, there is talks of Michelle Yeoh wanting to do a follow-up to Section 31,
Okay. Let's see how that goes.
and and Star Trek Legacy being more of a movie than a series.
Yeah, that's what they had. No, that's what they had talked about.
Yeah.
Because doing a series is going to be tough right now. The finances for Paramount have got to be tight.
Yeah. Alex Kurtzman is already eyeing more opportunities for TV movies, including
I thought
a
Kurtzman
possible
was
follow.
out.
Be careful.
No, he's just pivoting.
Pivoting. Can he pivot his butt out the door?
Not with the ironclad contract he has.
Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. How is the Stowe going today, the Celestial Voyager? It's going fine. I did not play this morning because I was sleeping, so this is my first venture into Stowe in 36 hours. Heresy. Heresy, I tell you! Let me scroll throw up here. Abda says, not sure about how you feel about the show. I assume you mean about Academy. I just don't get the interest. I mean, honestly, they might be able to pull it off, but I'm so afraid that we're going to see a whole bunch of Wesley Crushers and... What was Tom Paris's other name? Nick Locarno's?
Nick Locarno, yeah.
Yeah. Writing two-character, Mimi-tropish, one-dimensional...
As long as it's not Saved by the Bell.
Yeah. Okay, so let me jump back to Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. Phoebe, the character, was an interesting character. Give me a TV show with interesting characters that are that well written. She doesn't have a ton of lines, but she's got some emotional depth. She's got some character development.
Castiel from Supernatural.
That doesn't help me. But I'll take your word for it. But yeah, give us some good writing and you can make it happen. It's just that people in that situation don't have anything.
GSQ is here!
GSQ's here! Woo! GSQ!
Lanes will be utilized now.
She didn't say hi or nothing.
And there's one character that'll be like, bloody freaking die. Right?
So my son has a tendency to call things like the Academy, related to Star Trek and other things, Jimmy Kirk and the Sorcerer's Comm Badge.
Nice.
And that's kind of the way I feel most growing up movies are. It's just, ugh. Yeah. There's nothing you can do that's really creative. It's, and here's the lesson of the day that this person learned.
How the heck are you, GSQ?
Hey, if they take us on a journey, that would be amazing.
Like, Paul, I would like Star Trek to pull Babylon 5.
Oh, that would
Meaning,
that would be
a 5-year series or 5 or 6 year series with each season having its own.
Friendship is magic. I've never watched My Little Pony, but I think that's a part of it.
Yeah, with each season having its own story arc, but also the series having its own unique story arc. That's me.
I tend to reserve judgment until after I've seen the thing.
Oh, I'm sorry your pup's not doing well.
I prefer to judge everything in advance. It saves time. I am being facetious.
I know.
And I prejudged Lower Decks, and I actually didn't like it at first, and it took, DT basically showing me, turn on the captions. Oh, okay, this is really good now.
When Lower Decks first started airing, right? I tried to organize, watch parties with my fleet. And their response was to meme me of a bunch of people running, going, "Oh God, Redshirt Johnson wants to watch Star Trek again. Run!"
I'll say this: the one line I like that a Lord Deck character had spoken was, Riker, or the Riker maneuver.
Yeah.
Oh, that was
Boimler on his guest appearance on
A Strange New Worlds. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was ad-libbed.
Was it really?
Yeah.
It was.
And here's the funny thing: guess who the director was?
Jonathan Frakes.
Jonathan
Had to be
Yes.
Jonathan Frakes.
Yes.
I think he said he nearly fell out of his chair.
It is a good line. Celestial Voyager says, I personally want to see them do a full refresh like they did with TNG after TOS. Full new crew, no new era. Give liberty to the writers to be fully creative without and restrictions. Yes, that sounds good. I will agree with you.
I say this, it kind of set to like 5-6 years after Picard.
5 or 6 years would be too close. You'd need to pull like the 80-year gap there is from TOS to next gen.
Okay. Honestly, I kind of. Oh yeah. Okay. I'll step back and say you're right on that.
I'm not tooting my own horn here, but I did write a story about a Star Trek universe 5 to 6 years after Picard.
Well, my view
I haven't read that one
is
yet.
my view is Voyager.
All the stuff with sorry, with all the stuff I'm writing about with the Serum Consortium. That's
Oh no, I know
Consortium.
you have. I said I haven't. That's your book.
People don't like me.
I'll say this: TNG and Voyager had the right gist of it.
Which was
Okay, Voyager took place pretty much across the galaxy.
mm-hmm.
In other words, there's very little established canon
Right.
existing in the Delta Quadrant.
Yeah.
TNG had the right idea, and it took place 80 years, roughly, after the original series.
Right.
That gives them both shows leeway in coming up with new content without with little possibility of stepping on existing content. There's still going to be stuff that you have to watch out for doing on content wise, but the gist of it is you can make up new stuff. Actually, also I'm going to throw in Enterprise with that as well, because it took place 80 to 100 years before Kirk. Yeah. All three shows, roughly, any inconsistencies can be thrown up to historical.
When it comes to everything after Voyager, so Enterprise, Discovery, all that, I give it a pass because of First Contact.
How so?
The changes in the timeline have caused the differences between what we know from TOS and Enterprise to what we see from TOS and Next Gen to what we see in Enterprise and
well,
we get the whole.
Sav is judging us, by the way.
One issue with that is Voyager actually takes place during the First Contact movie. Voyager starts in 95. First Contact is released in 96.
You're talking our years,
right?
Their timeline, it's not.
How far different is it in their timeline?
Give me a second.
Sav has posted a song in the stream chat channel, by the way, for us all to enjoy. Oh, do I even want to look at this? Oh!
I was so incredibly blessed with my other carrier. This one is taking so long to do the same job.
Okay, so Voyager Endgame takes place in 2378.
Okay.
First Contact is
2373.
Yeah, so Voyager's 2371 to 78. First Contact 73. So thus, there's an overlap.
Yeah.
Yes, but it's not an. If you look at the Year of Hell, timeline changes are like a wave. The further they go, the smaller they get. And it takes time for it to catch up. So my theory is that, much like yesterday's Enterprise, Picard and the Enterprise E never returned to its original timeline.
Okay.
They suffer the butterfly effect, and certain things have changed.
Well, I still think the idea of you need to put sufficient time between your series to allow you to explore different aspects of the time, characters, and situations.
Yeah.
It also allows you then to make changes to the Federation, i.e., DS9 is very dark, very much on a war footing for a large part of it, but it fits that writing very well and it fits that situation very well, but it would not have played out as well in TOS. You couldn't have written that for TOS.
And also, kind of DS9 did take place with, in a sense, not quite in where the Enterprise D took place, but off in its own little sector.
Mm-hmm.
And they weren't trying to come up with new stuff to do. It's just they were new species, but they were trying to do new ideas.
DS9 did better writing, better characters, and they did a lot more of character study than they did with anything prior to that. And it was definitely more
I'll agree with
work.
you. I'll agree with you in the first few seasons, but like Ezri Dax was not well written. She did not have any depth whatsoever. They tried to push the envelope with Jadzia, and it didn't work. While it was interesting to have Worf as a captain, like being tactical and stuff like that, he did not excel at being a captain. He certainly wasn't akin to Sisko.
There's nothing wrong with having a not great captain. It's much more interesting than the captain who has all the answers and all the abilities and things always work out right. I mean, my thought of the ideal Voyager would have been everybody of command rank dies in that first battle, and the next 7 years is them trying to figure out how the heck to get home. And it makes it a little bit better because if you make a bad decision, you can blame lack of knowledge, lack of expertise, whatever, but it's not, well, this time I'm going to follow Federation guidelines, this time I'm not. The heck with my people, the whatever. You'd have a more hardcore, we can't get home because it's going to take us this long because we just don't know how to do it. And it would make for a much more interesting storyline and character study. And I know Chris is gone. So Chris, I know, loves Voyager and doesn't like it when I get off on my diatribes, but it had the potential to be a lot better. And the same thing with Discovery. If Burnham had been prosecuted for her crimes and basically was then shoved into a situation where she had to earn her way back into respect, it would have made a much better character study and probably would have given us a lot better storylines. I don't know why she wouldn't be in prison. We could probably come up with a reason why she's on the ship. The war happens. She's stuck there. They can't get back to Earth. We could have figured that out. But that's not what they wrote.
I agree. It could have been done a lot better, and I can't for the life of me figure out why they decided to go a different way. It seemed lazy.
Yeah. And they can write good stuff if they want to. I mean, almost every series has had a couple of really, really well-written stories. Some have had
now the inverse of Discovery would be interesting. Seeing someone from the 32nd or 33rd century thrown back in time and have to dodge, history. Like working in the fringes and avoiding major,
that would be interesting. What if they were to do something interesting like that with the Academy? Yes, put it in the 32nd century, but don't base it on Earth. put it in a different quadrant. Because
Right.
that throws... The main characters are probably going to be bipedal humanoids because, it's a lot easier to create that. But you make them as the fish out of water. You make them the person you can identify with better because they are away from home and facing all kinds of new situations. Versus...
I agree with Sav. Put it on the Klingon ship.
Okay, yeah. Sav wins. The Academy is on a Klingon ship. Things have changed, and the Klingons are now in charge at Starfleet Academy. Absolutely, GSQ. Thank you for being here. Give the pup some hugs and loves from us.
An
And
entire
much cuddles.
season dedicated to
Thank you
exchange students.
so much for hanging out, JSQ.
Yeah.
Always appealing to have you here.
Absolutely.
But yeah, one of my theories with the whole First Contact timeline change, right, is after First Contact, Zephyr Cochrane pulls the I have things that I know need to happen and I need to protect the future, so he creates Section 31.
Ooh.
Right? And that leads to them finding the Borg, creating control.
That's awesome, Matt.
Right? But because Section 31 now exists, the war crimes we see from the Dominion War, the morphogenic virus, the torture of what was her name? The one from Picard. Vedic?
Yes.
The torture of the changelings and all that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Happens. We also see in Mr. Bashir, I presume, we first meet what's his name? Zimmerman. The guy who creates the EMH, right?
Right.
And he's spry and all that, but only a couple years later, which is actually after the events of First Contact, he's disheveled, he's run down, he's dying. What if Section 31 forced him to remove the ethical subroutines of all the EMHs to perform the duties that humans kept refusing to do against the changelings?
Okay, I think we have better ideas than most of the writers do. But I think our new series should be Professor Berlingoff Rasmussen's Academy for Gifted Aliens.
Ooh.
Star Trek meets X-Men.
That'd be pretty cool. Or, I mean, you could just make it something interesting, like have Bashir do it.
Ooh.
Or he already is gifted, like far beyond whatever.
Yeah, I'm just throwing it like way into the future, because by that point, Professor Rasmussen may have figured out how to get out of jail and go back to his timeline, and he's got past knowledge that he can use to shape the future, and he's a grifter. So it's going to be X-Men meets Star Trek Online meets Leverage. Oh my God, Star Trek meets Leverage. That would be amazing. Sorry, I liked Leverage.
You did?
I did, yes.
I never would have picked up on that.
I know I'm subtle about the things I like.
Incredibly so.
I know, aren't I?
So I've done my level 5ing, so if anybody needs help, I'm happy to do whatever.
I think we're just having fun tonight, so you're more than welcome to jump in. But
is it Undiscovered Country?
Which one? That is one of them. Yes.
That's the one with the assassination plot.
Yes. Undiscovered Country.
Undiscovered Star Trek 6.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Undiscovered. So, they. At the end, it's Colonel West and Admiral Cartwright, right?
Yes.
On the Fed side, yes.
Yeah. I believe in the novelization and a couple of the other novels, Admiral Cartwright is Section 31,
Okay.
and they were, scheming and moving chess pieces around. Just it's headcanon, but what if instead of throwing Cartwright in prison for the rest of his days, they gave him the John Spartan treatment, wiped his memory, gave him a new vocation. He's now a cook on Earth around Louisiana.
Until Tommy Lee Jones attacks, and then he has to defend him with a knife.
No. But no, you put him on ice. He's a high value asset, right? You can't afford to let that thing out. So you blank his memory. You put a memory block on him. You put him on ice for like 50, 60 years. And then when nobody will remember him, you drop him off with a new vocation, and he doesn't trust the Federation. He doesn't know why, but he's still valuable to you. In other words, I'm saying he's Cisco's father.
Mm-hmm. Simon Diaz says with that you're going to have to involve the prophets. And hi, Cliff. How are you? Cliff, self-aware AI is here.
He's a little too old to be Cisco's father. Grandfather, I'll grant that.
No, that's why I put the caveat of putting him on ice. You actually put him in suspended animation.
Okay. That I can grant.
Yeah. I like to cover my bases.
You leave those bases alone, damn it.
There's ways for us to do this.
No.
Yes.
Stay on your side.
Yes.
Stay on your side.
Good evening, Captain Duck. How are you tonight? As we analyze what would make for a better Star Trek series than we may see.
Oh, I'm gonna log off here. I got some stuff to do before I hit the bed.
No worries. Later. We're gonna probably run one or two more missions tonight, and then I'm not driving home from Bloomington. What a fine night. We were supposed to have rain and possibly snow tonight, and what we've got is beautiful, clear evening.
I got snow this morning.
Did you really?
Yeah, that's kind of shocking for where I live.
Where do you live?
Oklahoma City.
Yes, that is shocking. Yeah, it's supposed to be 27 right now outside. It's 44.
Yeah, I'll say this. I was kind of thinking to Mother Nature, why couldn't you have waited 4 more days until Monday? Or at least until Monday. That would have been a perfectly good April Fool's joke.
Oh, that would... Oh, Monday. What the heck? I can't go to class on Monday. Oh, goodness. I'm going to have to tell my son I can't go to class on Monday. I am not missing artisanal audio.
Science.
Yeah. I got priorities. Let's see. It's going to drop to 31 tonight, so I might have to move in my one little seedling I've got outside. But that's it.
Okay. Good night.
Good night. Get some rest.
Will do. You too. Good night, everyone.
So long. Farewell. All right, let's do some shooties. If anybody wants to join us, Frost, you want to join me for some shooties?
Sure, I'd like to test out the new build.
Okie dokie.
Do.
Anybody else up for a little shooties? Otherwise, we will do something. Artisanal sound system, ASS for short. Yeah. You want to bet that that was in somebody's head when they were putting it together? You were just up here, and you have to wait 10 more minutes, 15 more minutes.
But Mom!
She's going, lift me up. Okay, what are we doing? Anybody want to join? Yeah, Sav is the height of maturity around here. We have to grow old. We don't have to grow up.
I don't think my body got that memo.
Yes,
Okay, it
I
is
am a no fair evil mom. All right, fine. I'm gonna just go for something random, Frost, if that's okay with you.
Sounds fine.
So I have destroys Ankethi's ships in the battle zone. Oh,
I do as well.
do you really?
Yes.
You want to go do 'em? We're teamed.
Sure.
Okay. I'll meet you over there.
I will do the thing and the stuff.
Hey, Sav, I hate to tell you this, but growing old is not mandatory. It is preferred.
So I made some dumplings and
Really? Did you bring me any?
buns. I wish, right? But I also had some balut last night.
What the heck is balut? That came up twice. I don't know what balut is.
Okay, so balut is a fertilized duck egg.
Welcome to Darkmom.
That
You're
is
killing baby ducks. Ugh.
Yes, I'm a monster. Get used to it.
Well, yeah, I know that.
Anyway,
what did
normal-
ducks ever do to deserve it?
right. Normally, you boil them somewhere between 6 days and 14 days,
Yeah.
depending on how older the eggs are. There's bones and
Yeah,
feathers.
I'm looking at it.
Luckily, the one
All
I
the
got
crunchy
was all the crunchy bits, right? Luckily, the one I got yesterday was probably a 6-day, so no real bone to it. But a lot of people are creeped out by it. But
Yeah.
it's
It's a Cardassian Tasper egg. I'm sorry.
right, basically. Only they eat those look to be raw.
Yeah.
Because the ones we see in the show are kind of soupy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but these are like a hard-boiled egg with little bird bits in it.
No, thank you. No. Ew.
All right. Yeah. But yeah, the last time I had one was about 16 years ago.
Okay.
Monster.
In Dallas, and I think I can go another 16 years.
Yeah. Yeah. I can totally see that.
Huh.
Yeah. The comments we're getting in chat are ew, double ew, ew, and gross. Yeah. You guys are right. Ew. No. I don't know what I ate today at work, but it was some kind of vegetable thing with chickpeas and cauliflower and turmeric and onions and stuff. And it was really good, and it did not involve any semi-cooked, semi-dead eggs.
Fair enough.
And then I came home and ate a dead cow. Or
Of course you did, Sav. And I bet you had chocolate milk too.
Chicken nuggets.
Soylent Green. Oh,
Chicken
James.
nuggies.
Yeah, James T. Duck, considering it's duck egg, yeah, for you it would be Soylent Green. Sector of dead cow, technically. I don't eat a lot of beef because I really feel bad for the cows, but I had such a taste for a hamburger, and I thought, I'm not spending $15 or driving 30 miles to go get a burger.
Apple juice?
So I made one from homemade, and boy, it was meh. It was very meh. I think hamburgers taste better when somebody else cooks them.
Like, I'll eat liver, either pate or like liver and bacon or liver and onions. It's not an everyday thing, but I'll eat it. Some people don't like it.
Yep, nope.
I'm not going to force them to eat it.
Yep.
Or Rocky Mountain oysters,
Blah.
calf rice.
Nope, nobody, nope.
Yep.
Just no.
I'm
well,
touching the butt. I mean, I'm destroying the shits.
You just joined us there. It's Amar
All by my
Hawkman!
lonesome. I'm all alone.
I'm gonna stream later, but
Oh, we're on for a bit more.
Yeah, my dad was a bit of a foodie and grew up on a farm, so the pluck and stuff never really bothered us as food.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, Frost will tell you, haggis is not good, but
How do you know?
because I've talked to you
Oh.
and I've actually had haggis.
I like haggis, even though I
Yeah.
call it haggis. But
Yeah.
I think it depends on where you have it
Cultural
and who made it.
appropriation.
Because we had it when we were
No,
over.
not cultural appropriation, cultural appreciation.
Yeah, I don't know many people that appreciate haggis.
Somebody described it once as earthy, and I think that's a really good one.
Because dirt tastes better?
no.
No, that's beets. Dirt tastes like beets.
I like pickled beets.
That's fine. The pickling makes them better. These were, last time I had beets, they were fresh beets, steamed, and then juiced. And it looked beautiful. It was this ruby red, refreshing juice after a 30-mile bike ride. And it cost $6, and I'm thinking, no, I spent $6 on something I can't drink. Never again.
I
My
think that
aunt-
the problem
Like,
think that-
good.
I was
I
gonna
think
say,
that
my
the issue they
aunt-
had with the beets was that
They were beets.
they the trick with boiling beets is to remember not to drain the juice.
No.
Because okay, see, here's the thing. You peel the beet so that you don't boil any part of the beet that you aren't planning to eat.
Okay.
Because when you boil beets, the flavor cooks out of them into the broth.
The most important
the
thing
liquor.
to understand about beets is that you're drinking its runoff, not its juice.
Yeah, the pot liquor.
No.
Like,
No,
like
good pot
It's
liquor is
actually
like
quite delicious.
spinach cooked in a
Right.
pan. That's good pot liquor.
Oh yeah, spinach juice is another example of the same thing. Is that
Yeah, spinach
It-
juice is amazing.
tastes
like green beans or collard green
Yeah.
broth. Love it.
Yeah, that's because it tastes good.
And
And it didn't
those-
have any beets in it.
No,
and
like,
those are in the same family as beets.
or Brussels sprouts.
Love Brussels sprouts.
Over the last 30 years, that sulfuric Brussels sprout smell and all
Mhm.
that has been completely removed through selective breeding,
Yep.
right? And Brussels sprouts are amazing.
They are.
See, I like plenty of things that come from the wild mustard plant,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't like cabbage and I don't like Brussels sprouts.
That's okay. That just means there's more for us. So
Right? Like,
no worries.
there's a lot of people who hate rhubarb. But give me a strawberry rhubarb pie, I'm a happy id.
See, the thing with certain plants and animals is that people don't like them because they remember having eaten them when they were.
yeah, absolutely
I
true.
completely understand. My dad was like that on a few things. He hated Ovaltine.
Really?
Yes, because it was one of the few things that they could afford.
Okay.
Right, and it's basically just iron supplements ground up and covered in chocolate.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and he hated cream of wheat
Oh, I love cream of wheat.
because it was like it was like paste.
You guys are gross.
It's
Right.
'cause there is an
And-
art to cooking cream of wheat.
There is.
When I
But-
was a small child, my grandparents taught me the proper way to take unflavored oatmeal.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it was called put it in the trash. Sorry.
Wrong.
You were saying.
I had oatmeal for lunch
You
today. So
don't eat the stuff straight. It's not meant to be eaten straight. Granny would actually, on many occasions, throw it into soup because the broth was too thin.
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
definitely a trick from Budget Times.
like-
How are you doing on your Zen Kathy ships? Are you done?
Yeah, I've been done for a while.
Yeah. Okay.
Like,
so if I was just playing around there.
I was making beef stroganoff once, and I realized I had no flour to or starch to thicken up the sauce a bit, right? And I was a little too handy, and it was kind of soupy. So the only thing in the house I had was instant mashed potatoes, and I was like,
Oh, that'll do it.
Whoa.
exactly, right? And it was amazing.
So
Now,
the best meal I ever had.
What kind of noodles did you have in your stroganoff?
No yolk. Egg noodles.
Kluski egg noodles.
Are they wheat noodles, rice noodles?
Wheat.
Okay.
Almost all of them are salmonella. Sorry, not
Yeah,
salmonella.
I would probably have actually.
I didn't mean salmonella. What was
with a coarse wheat flour for that one.
So my favorite meal ever was when I was actually doing survival training. I think it was because I was like terribly hungry. I hadn't eaten for 2 days, but I made a stew with pine resin, and it's not as horrible as it sounds.
Yes. Oh, that sounds horrible. Oh,
Okay.
When you actually denature it
what he's talking about, and
with salt and vinegar, you can actually remove that gummy taste and the gummy feeling.
but why put it in the first place?
Because you don't have flour and you need a thickener.
I like shepherd's pie.
I have an idea as to what he's trying to get at. It's just that I wouldn't personally consider that to be a food item. See, because here's the thing: is that one thing that people forget about tree sap is that maple syrup is tree sap.
Yes.
Yeah.
A lot of other kinds of tree sap are also edible.
Tree sap.
It's just that not all kinds of tree sap are actually, shall we say, good for you.
So,
like
but pine resin or pine sap is very good for you. It's one of the most effective ways of preserving your hydration when you don't have a lot of water sources available. It can actually extend your lifetime an extra 2 days if you have a regular diet of. You don't consume the tree sap; you chew on it, and that can actually.
Yes, but that's
the same logic
different.
applies to eating cactus hearts.
Well, yeah, I don't find myself often in deserts, and I don't have a lot of experience surviving in the desert.
Like I live on the Texas-Mexico border. We're always eating nopales and
same here. Well, not that I eat it, but it's available here.
Prickly pear cactus is literally ranched.
Oh, right. I love prickly pears. Oh, so good.
They are.
But
we got prickly pears all over the place in Florida.
Yeah. Or have you all ever had huitlacoche?
Nope.
Yes.
Basically, another name for it is corn smut.
Really?
It's a blue corn fungus.
Yeah, I have heard of it. I never have eaten it. But
tastes weird, but it's not bad.
Yeah, it's like mushrooms though, in that you need to make sure you eat the good stuff,
and not the stuff that's going to kill you. Oh, those are beets. What am I saying?
Well, anyways, what I was saying about the noodles and the wheat flour though is that adding a thickener to a pasta dish will change the flavor of the pasta dish.
Oh, yeah.
So if you have wheat noodles and you add a thickener that tastes the same as the noodles, it keeps the same flavor and doesn't mix flavors.
Yeah.
Well, that's why one of the tricks for thickening your sauce is don't cook your noodles the entire way through. Cook them till like a minute under al dente, and then add them to the still kind of loose sauce, and it will shed a little bit more starch, and it will absorb up the liquid from the sauce into the noodles, so your noodles taste more like the sauce, and the thickener is the same as the noodle because it is the noodle.
Well, I mean, it's like that old method of making gravy by cooking hamburgers and then rinsing the pan out with the water that goes into the gravy.
Yeah. Right, or red eye gravy. Basically, do the same thing and then deglaze with a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Great on the ham steak.
Hey, no, yeah, it's red eye gravy is amazing. But deglazing a pan with whatever water, broth, milk, wine.
Well, you fantastic people are cool to be around and everything, but I've got to go take care of something.
And
so
I have to go
will-
let the doggos out because it is magic time, and they are going to do the dance of wild anticipation. Then they're going to poop on my carpeting because they decided that's convenient because they only get to go out every
Well,
hour.
I guess
when I'm home.
I will start my stream.
Yeah, you go start your stream. Hey, go start it, and then we'll come over and raid you. How's that?
Okay.
This sounds good. I will talk to you guys later.
Good night, Frost. And for everybody else, we should be on tomorrow morning, tomorrow night, Friday morning, Friday night, I think. We'll definitely be on Monday, though, because we have artisanal audio. So as soon as we see Mar Hawkman go live, somebody let me know, and I'll go over there and raid him. Don't forget we have this exciting Start of Duty officer recruitment assignment for our Universal. So if anybody needs to team up to get that accomplished, just let me know.
I hit the like button.
I'm going to get over here onto Twitch. No, that's not the right button. That's the right button.
Okay then. Well.
I can type today. Oh, are you on?
Yes.
Okay, we're going to raid you. So everybody, we're going to go raid Mar Hawkman. If you haven't given him some love, give him some love. Share the love. It's cheap. Hi, Wolf Gray. How are you? And we are raiding. So everyone, go give him some love. We'll be back tomorrow morning to continue this discussion about why beets suck. For everybody else, have a great night, and we will talk to you later.
Ooh.